Alrighty guys, today is part 2 of our Adinkra cloth printing. So last week when you were here, we learned all about Adinkra, so we're not going to review that. And then we talked about all the different symbols and you practiced drawing some symbols. You chose your favorite, you drew it a couple different times, hopefully, and then you did your final one on this piece of paper. Then I believe I showed you guys to tape it on here and then trace over your lines, and so that your foam has the grooves built in. So if you did not get to that final step yet, go back, watch the video from last week, and then so that you are ready for this week. But we are ready to start printing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this paper off, and you can throw this away, you can keep it, whatever you want to do with it. But what you need is your foam square, okay? You're going to need a piece of paper. You are going to need markers. Today it has to be markers, and not Sharpies, no permanent markers, and no whiteboard markers. It has to be washable markers. Doesn't have to be Crayola, but they do have to be washable. I'm just going to grab, ooh boy. I'm going to grab this board to put underneath so that it's a little bit more of a solid surface here to be working on. Okay, so you need your paper, you need markers, you need your foam, and then you're going to need kind of an unusual art supply, which is baby wipes. If you did the dot day project with us earlier in the school year, this process should be very familiar with you. It is the exact same process that we did then. But if you did not do the dot day project or you forgot, this may be new to you. So what we're going to do is we are going to get our clean piece of paper out of the way so that we're not getting marker on it. Then all you have to do is just take whatever markers you have. Even if you only have one marker, this project will work, okay? You don't need tons of colors. If you have tons of colors, it's fine, but you don't need tons of colors to be able to do this project successfully. So I like to just kind of have fun. You don't want to scribble, because if you do that, it's only going to print that scribble line. You want to color it in like fully. You want to color the whole square from side to side, edge to edge, top to bottom. Don't leave any spaces white. It's totally fine with me if you want to color like your symbol one color and then the background another color. My symbol and my background is kind of all one, so I'm just coloring the whole thing together. Okay, so once it's all colored, then you're going to take your nice piece of paper, set your little square off to the side, take a baby wipe, okay, and you want to get the spot wet where you are going to print. Not really like wet, you don't want it like dripping wet, you want it just kind of damp. And you got to work kind of fast, because if it dries before you print, it's not going to work. Then you take your foam, put it marker side down, and then press. If this doesn't work, you did a couple things wrong. One, you may not have colored fully enough with your marker. Two, you may not have gotten your paper wet enough with a baby wipe, or you may have waited too long to print and the baby wipe dried out, or you did not do this final step, which is pressing. You don't have to like bang on it, right? You don't have to like claw at it, just push with your fingers. Then the best part of printmaking is the reveal. Seeing what you have. So peel it off. Ta-da! Yay! All right, now I'm going to tell you a couple things. If when you printed, it does not have this white line, that means you did not carve your pen lines in deep enough. Just before I showed you guys this video, I went over my lines one more time with the pen, because I'd been printing this morning when I was demonstrating it to my other second grade classes. And so sometimes they get a little bit worn out the more that we print. So you may have to go back over those lines with a pen just to make sure that your lines are in there deep enough. If it doesn't show up, remember those things that I said that could have gone wrong. You may not have colored it completely. You may have not gotten your surface wet enough with the baby wipe, or you waited too long to print and the baby wipe dried out, or you didn't press hard enough or enough all the way to the edges when you were printing. Sometimes students will just push in the middle and then their edges, their corners won't print. So when you're pressing it down, make sure you rub all four sides, all four corners and in the middle, and then peel it off. Make sure if you're having trouble with it wiggling on you, hold it with one hand, press with the other hand. All those tips will help you get a better print. And also, if you don't get it perfect on your first try, don't, like rip up your project and, go away crying, right? Some of my second graders got a little frustrated this morning, right? Because it doesn't always work on your first try. Sometimes you have to try it again. Mine, it turned out, but that's because, how many of these I've done? I've done hundreds of prints. I was a printmaking major in college with my art education degree. So I did a lot of printmaking for a lot of years. And I've been an art teacher. This is my 9th year in education, my 8th year teaching art. So I have taught a lot of printmaking projects. I've done these a lot, so I know all the tips and the tricks, and I've made plenty of mistakes on my own. So now I get them right more often, right? So if you don't get it right on your first try, it's okay. Get out another baby wipe, color your foam square again, make another print. Also, the cool thing about this, yes, I did one, but I can go ahead and color this and do another one and another one and another one. And you can do as many as you want until your foam plate wears out, right? So like I said, if your image is starting to disappear, if your symbol isn't showing up anymore, go over it again with pen. Maybe add some more designs. I don't recommend words. Words will print backwards. What I mean by that, if you look at my design that I did, right, and then look at it printed, right, it's reversed. Okay, so if you hold it up in a mirror, that's what it's going to look like. So I don't recommend doing words because they often end up getting backwards. So don't put your name on here or anything like that. And I think that is about it. Like I said, don't give up. Keep trying until you get a good print. Try it in lots of different color combinations. Put together some of your favorite colors. Try with the warm colors. Try with the cool colors. Try with all black. Try with all blue. Try with your favorite colors. Try stripes. Try polka dots. Yeah, just have lots and lots of fun with this. My students made many, many, many prints today. And so what we're going to do with those, we're going to cut some of them out and put them on a colored piece of paper, make them on a pretty backing to hang in the hall. Some of them they're going to trade with their friends. Some of them we're going to put on a big poster and hang them all up together so they have them as a class. So there's lots of different things you guys can do with these. You can turn them into a card and send them to somebody. You can cut it out, hang it on your wall. Yeah, so there's lots and lots of things to do with this. And if you bought a pack of foam plates to do this project with, you should probably still have tons more plates. You can make more symbols, more designs, more drawings. Try doing words. Figure out how that works when it's backwards and see if you can get it to print forwards, right? So practice writing backwards on one that you don't have to use for this project. So have fun with this. This is a technique that you guys can use over and over again in lots of different ways, and I think it is tons of fun. You do have to have markers. That is the one bummer. So if you don't have markers, you might want to try and find some cheap at the dollar store or something. If you still need the supplies to do this project, let me know. If you need a foam plate, if you need a pen, if you need a couple markers, let me know. I'm happy to put together a kit for you because I want everybody to be able to do this project. It's tons of fun and you don't want to miss out. Last step is cleaning your foam plate off. You already have that baby wipe. So I just like to take the baby wipe and clean off my foam plate. And then you're ready to color again. The color is going to go in your grooves of your lines, and that's totally fine. That doesn't hurt anything. But now you're ready to color it and print it again and again and again and again and again. So go ahead and take a picture of your prints and show me what you made. I can't wait to see how these turned out. Have fun, guys. Talk to you later.